All right, this article is from True North. Liberals unveil plan for 500,000 immigrants per year. The Liberal government has announced plans to allow 500,000 new immigrants into Canada annually by 2025. On Tuesday, Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada released the 2023-2025 Immigration Levels Plan, detailing how Canada hopes to achieve the target. By the next year, the Liberals hope to welcome 465,000 new immigrants. That target will rise to 485,000 by 2024 and 500,000 the year after. Last year, we welcomed the most newcomers in a single year in our history, said Minister of Immigration Sheen Fraser in a press release. This year's immigration levels plan will help businesses find workers they need, set Canada on a path that will contribute to our long-term success, and allow us to make good on key commitments to it's vulnerable people fleeing violence, war, and prosecution. Part of me doesn't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. The war in Ukraine, there's lots of refugees, and they're going to be put to work. Are they ever going to go back to Ukraine? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. Is this policy good for business? Yes. Is it good for labor? Not really. So, yeah, that'll bring the worker shortage down, true. But there is a nice thing about having a demand for workers. Businesses will offer incentives. For example, when I worked at a restaurant, they gave me 50% off on food. Other places like McDonald's, they offer like sign-in bonuses and the like. But now that you're going to have so many immigrants, there won't be a demand. So they could probably cut salaries or cut the incentives. Now on to Canada's spoiled province, Quebec. So here we go. Ottawa's insistence to allow asylum claimants to cross into Canada illegally via Roxham Road and other crossings has caused tension with Quebec government in recent months. In July, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's government signed off on a plan requested by Quebec to ship Roxham Road migrants into Ontario cities. Gee, like they weren't packed enough. After Quebec pleaded with Ottawa to alleviate pressures caused by the situation. Gee, thanks. Quebec's Minister of Immigration, Christina Franchetta, responded to the targets on Twitter, saying that her government requires more control over immigration powers in order to protect the French language. I would say lucky, but it's not lucky. They're just downright spoiled. We reaffirm that it is up to Quebec to determine its permanent immigration targets. The annual threshold in Quebec is 50,000 in order to respect our reception? Frankenization. I think I said that right. I never heard that before. But anyway. And integration capacities, wrote Franchetta in a French tweet, which has since been translated into English. Good, because I don't know how to speak French. As far as I'm concerned, French belongs in Quebec and nowhere else in Canada. As I was rereading this article, I read the area where it says labor shortages in critical areas like healthcare. So, doctors. So they're going to encourage doctors from other countries to come to Canada. Now, do I think Western world doctors are going to come to Canada? Maybe. But I'm kind of thinking it's going to be more along the lines of Asia, Middle East, Africa. And how would the Canadian government entice them to come work in Canada? Financial incentives. I mean, it's not like third world countries like South America and Africa need doctors. It's strange because when I was a kid, I heard a lot about the Canadian brain drain, how Canadian doctors were immigrating to the States. Just basically they could go to the States and set up their own practice. And the Canadian government was livid about that. And now said government is doing the same to other countries. So the Liberals, they want to let in all these people to help growth, economic growth. I thought the Liberals cared about the environment. Economic growth? That'll hurt the environment. plain and simple. Also, with all these additional people, I hope the infrastructure can hold. Electricity, water, more importantly, sewage. Alright, wrapping it up. Census shows nearly 1 in 4 people in Canada are immigrants. Well, I sure hope they assimilate, otherwise Canada's going to go down the drain further. Alright, that's it for my little ramble. Take care.